Hey everyone, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood board gamer, and this is Devin Talks Tabletop, the YouTube channel where the games are made up. What I say doesn't matter. And inevitably, as a content creator, we receive a lot of games. And also, as not a content creator, as someone who just likes board games, I receive a lot of games that I have purchased. And also, as neither a content creator nor as just a board gamer, as a person, I buy too many things sometimes. However, I am not a hoarder. And that is where this comes in and you come in. Because in addition to those things I have said, I also like giving things away. I like giving gifts. I like doing giveaways. They're fun for me. And I'm doing that right now. Well, not right now, but maybe soon, maybe in a second. These are the games that I needed to cull from my collection because here's the thing, I have a limited amount of space in my house, and I'm trying to keep all of my board games in my studio or in my office, and that means that I do at times need to be realistic about how many games I can conceivably keep in my house. And it also means if a game isn't getting played, I really want to make sure that other people are getting the opportunity to play it. So, I guess I could go ahead and just do the giveaway now. I think that makes sense. So let's do episode 1 and 2 of Vengeance Roll and Fight. This is from Mighty Boards, who are a wonderful publisher that I have, started a relationship with in the last year or so since connecting with them and meeting them in person and stuff at Essen. And this is episode 1 and 2. I like Vengeance Roll and Fight. It's a fun design. It's from David Turksey, Noralee Lubbers, and Gordon Kalea. And I like it. It's fun. It's one of those games, though, that is kind of like, it would just be for me. I don't really think it fits with a lot of the people who I typically play games with here in Arkansas. It would kind of be something along the lines of, like when I go up to Ohio to film and spend time with Alex, I've played Hadrian's Wall and other roll and writes. And those, for example, are roll and writes that I like a lot, but I just don't envision would get played as much here in Arkansas with the play group that I do have. And so Vengeance Roll and Fight falls under that category. I think it's really clever. It feels like John Wick meets a roll and write, and I like the experience of busting through in these dens and going after the kind of main bad guys and then knocking down their henchmen along the way and pathing through the rooms and doing the best amount of actions that I can while rolling a crazy amount of dice. It's a fun design. It's clever. I love the art on it. The art is so cool, but I just don't think it's really going to get table time in the way that I would want it to if I had a different play group here. And that's not to say that I want a different play group. It's just this is the reality that it's not a game that's really going to get played as much as I would like it to. But I did enjoy it. I had a good time with it. And I want someone else to enjoy it now. So I've got episode 1 and episode 2 here. And let's see. At any point over the course of this video, as I give giveaway comment requirements, I would like for everybody that is outside of the US, which means I won't be able to realistically ship any of this to you. If you are not US based, and therefore shipping to you would be insurmountable as a financial, logistical choice for me, I would like you to comment, what do I want you to comment? I would like you to comment, I hate giveaways for just US-based people, but I love Devin. That's what I want you to say. I hate giveaways for just US-based people, but I love Devin. And you guys are going to be entered into a $100 giveaway. That's just going to be me helping you buy a game on your wish list, or maybe multiple games on your wish list. That's probably a problematic that I'm just assuming that's going to be one game based off of the cost of games sometimes that I get in this industry. But it could be more than one game. But I will spend $100 on the non-US people as a gift. And you know what? I'll pick two. I'll pick a first place and a second place. I'll do 100 and then I'll do 50. And I think that'll probably, honestly, be somewhat close to the shipping costs for most of this. So that will feel relatively equitable. So if you're not in the US and you're a fan of the channel, I want you to say, I hate giveaways for US-based people, but I love Devin. And that will enter you into that giveaway for either $100 or $50. And that'll be me showing love to you people that I can't ship things to logistically. But if you want this, I want you to comment below. What should it be? Oh, I will have my vengeance. There you go. I will have my vengeance is what I want you to say if you want vengeance. And then you'll be entered in to win that. So that's if you're interested in vengeance. Roll and fight. And then that's that one done. Black Orchestra is a game that I have had for a while. This is from Starling Games. I think this is a delightful game. I love this game. This is where it's a World War II based game. It deals with Nazi Germany. So if you are not comfortable with that content, just keep that in mind. But it's a really sharp game where you're trying to foil the plots of the Nazi regime. And you are doing that sometimes indirectly or sometimes very, very directly in terms of the types of plots that you're trying to have succeed. And so kind of like, you know, the Tom Cruise led movie Valkyrie, it's kind of like that, but the board game. You are inside occupied Europe and you are trying to circumvent the power and the legitimacy of the Nazi regime, and you're trying to bring it down. And it's a really, really clever game. I like it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun and definitely worth checking out. So if you want this one, I want you to say, Tom Cruise is the best. Tom Cruise is the best if you want to enter in to win Black Orchestra. Vigilante is a game by Reed Mascalo. Oh, wow. Mascola? I got it pretty much correct. This is a game that is I believe it's a skirmish game, and I just have not had the opportunity to try it out. Looks really cool. Love the art on it. It's got some interesting player dynamics in terms of the player count and how you might want to play. Haven't had the opportunity to check it out. It's still in shrink. If you want to play this one, if you want to be enrolled in the giveaway for this one, I just want you to say, Devin, be better, because that would be me trying to make the time to play this game. So, Devin, be better if you want to be entered in to win Vigilante. And Black Orchestra and Vengeance Roll and Fight. This is Dice Manor from Arcane Wonders. This is one that I just got recently, but it's just not one that I think is for me. I'm much more interested in Dubious, which I have over there that I'm excited to unbox that and check this out. But this is Dice Manor. The world-renowned property developers Mundane Manors Incorporated are tired of making the same old boring dream houses. The corporate suits are looking to rebrand, and they've challenged you, their designers, to dream big and create the most lavish homes ever imagined. So this is from Arcane Wonders. It is a Dice Tower Essentials game and designed by Garrett Herdter. I don't know much about this, but if you want this one, you want to enter into it, you can just say dice should never be part of a house design, because I think that's true. That just doesn't make any sense. If you want Dice Manor, you need to say dice should never be part of a house design. And we can go ahead and put that one over there. Next up is, let's do this big one. Let's do the big meaty boy for the middle of this. This is Oros. This is a collector's edition of Oros. So I got to see Brant, who's a friend of mine. I got to see him at Gamma, and he was showing off some stuff. And he was also still pushing Oros, which the retail version of the game is being done through Lucky Duck. But he's still got some collector's copies of the Kickstarter. So to drum up some interest in this, I am doing a giveaway. So what I would like you guys to do is, does Brant have a newsletter? Let me see. I want to see if Aish Games has a newsletter. Boop, 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 boop. Aish Games. Let me see. About us. Brant, do you have a newsletter? Join the mailing list. Perfect. If you want to be entered in to win this collector's edition of Oros, which is a delightful game that I also backed and have this version of the game. This is the one that I backed. Well, not this exact one. This is an extra one that Brant gave me for the sake of a giveaway. And Brant, if you're going to support me and you're going to support him, in order to be eligible for Oros, I want you to join the mailing list. So go to aishgames.com, go to the About Us section, go all the way to the bottom, join the mailing list so you can learn more about upcoming stuff from Brant, because I think he's brilliant. He did all of this himself, which is insane and crazy. And then after that, I want you to comment and say, I signed up for the mailing list. And that's going to be how I know that you are enrolled for this particular giveaway. And I'll check whenever I get your name. I will check to make sure you are signed up for the mailing list. So yeah, go support Brant on Aish Games, and then you have yourself the opportunity to win a absolutely gorgeous, very nicely organized, very nicely produced collector's edition of Oros. So that's one of the big boys that's here. This is Token Sesame. So the concept of the Token Sesame organizer is to defeat tabletop chaos. This is a cool organizer. If you're the kind of person who has a larger play space or a game room, this would be perfect. You could leave it constructed and out at all times, and you can swap out the art whenever you want to swap out the art. I have enjoyed checking out the Token Sesame. I think it does a good job, and it's got 5 different configurations that I know of from this that you can build and create. If you don't want the main carousel, you don't have to have the main carousel. You can build this a lot of different ways. The problem for me is because I have my office and my studio being the same space, and I'm going to be playing games in there and filming in there and doing regular work in there. I have less space. I have less space for larger things. And this, once constructed, or even not constructed in the smaller configurations, it just takes up a lot of space, and I don't really have the capacity to store it effectively. So if I was going to store it effectively, which I have been like this, it kind of defeats the purpose of it. It kind of defeats the purpose of having a beautiful organizer with gorgeous magnetic art plates out and about. You kind of want this to be a display thing, and I just don't have the space to display it. So I think it's awesome. I really like it, and I think it's well built. Cloud Puncher Games is the one that did this Token Sesame. I think they're also the ones that did the Box Throne organizational system, which I think is gorgeous. They just don't have the money for it. But yeah, so cool organizational option, Token Sesame. If you want to get the Token Sesame and these extra 2 art plates that I have, then you are required by law to say open sesame for the Token Sesame. And that is what you have to say if you want this particular game. Mechanical Beast. I don't know much about this game. It's from Giga Mech Games and from Side Room Games. Ooh, if this is from Side Room Games, then you should know that this is probably pretty darn good. I don't know Giga Mech Games at all, but I should clarify. Giga Mech Games. Giga Mech Games, I think, is one of the publishers under the umbrella of Hachette. So there is a difference there. Giga Mech Games, I'm less familiar with. But Side Room Games did both Black Sonata and McKee, and I love both of those games. So this is definitely one that's probably worth checking out. And if you want it, all you have to say is, ooh, that looks beastly. And then you'll be entered in to win this one. Too Many Cooks from Good Games Publishing. I really like Good Games Publishing. Kim's wonderful. And this is a very fun game. It is delightful. It is an experience in which you can actually scale up to quite an expert or difficult level. It can be pretty brutal and tense and time sensitive when you get to those higher levels. But this is where you are working cooperatively with the other people at the table for all of you to make the right soup and make it satisfy all of your needs. And your needs will be different based off of the particular configuration of ingredients and the color background of those ingredients. And so you really do have to be careful about what you want and making sure that you can get what you want without it disturbing what somebody else needs for their soup requisite. So you have 3 different like goal cards that you're hunting for, and everybody else has the same. And you're wanting to make sure that what yours says matches up with what everybody else says. It's really clever, and it gets really frenetic the more people that you add into it and the higher you go up on the difficulty. But if you want this one, the comment to enter into Too Many Cooks is, do you mean that one sketch? Yeah, that sketch. That's what you have to say if you want Too Many Cooks. And if you have seen the Too Many Cooks sketch, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you want the white box, which is the game design workshop in a box, you just need to say, I want to design a game. And then you'll be entered in to win this one. Point salad. Point salad, you just need to say, I don't want points in my salad. And then you'll be entered in to win point salad. And then we can go on to Shadow Planet. This is a game that I kickstarted because it was from Galacta. It has these really cool busts on it, which I thought was an interesting way to do miniatures without them needing to be crazily detailed small miniatures or without needing the need to do standees. It was like a cool middle ground. And it also just seemed like a really interesting game. It looked like it was based off of a graphic novel, and I was intrigued by that. And it was definitely just one of those experiences where I was like, this is the type of game that should be on crowdfunding platforms, because it's not a mega game that doesn't need the funding. Like, it is one that, you know, it needs to be backed by people in order to come around. And then it just, like, once it got here, I kind of, like, my brain kind of just lost focus on it. And it just seems that it's probably not, it's kind of like the type of sci-fi graphic novel that I would love to read, but it's probably not the right theme and type of game for the people that I play with. And so it just didn't seem, like I would ever get it played. And I'm just trying to be realistic about that, even though I haven't played it yet. And I would love to play it. You know, there are a couple games in here that I just haven't got to play yet. And I just need to be honest about the fact that I probably won't. And not because they're bad, just because the logistics of time and the fact that there's too many games. There's too many games. So, if you want to be entered in to win the Shadow Planet, which is opened, unboxed, but hasn't been played, then you just need to say, the name of the Shadow Planet is, and then come up with a cool name. And then that'll be it. And that's what you need for the Shadow Planet. Tiny Towns. This is one, just like Point Salad, that got delivered to me from AEG just when I initially signed up for the opportunity to review their games. And it's not one that really grabbed me or interested me, and so it was here, but it's not one that I expected to like or to try, and so I'm gonna re-gift it to someone that deserves it more than me. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it, not me. And so if you want Tiny Towns, I want you to say, I like tiny towns. And that'll be the giveaway comment. I like tiny towns. And then I'll know that you like either towns that are small or the game Tiny Towns. I guess it would also be dependent on how you capitalize it. But say I like tiny towns, and you'll be entered in to win Tiny Towns. And then the last one here is a big deluxe glorified Human Punishment, the beginning. This is from Godot Games, so I coordinated with them to do Among Cultists, which is a recent campaign. This is the big game, and then also the deluxe upgrade, which has got all of the fancy poker chips that go along with the main game. This is a 3 to 6 semi-cooperative game with traders. It's social deduction. It's got possible traders. It's a higher player count. And all of those reasons excite me, but all those reasons are also why I just know that this will never hit the table. It's so niche of a player count mixed with type of game, social deduction with traders, that like you have to have the right people to do a game like that for, and I rarely do. It's got like 4 playable asymmetric factions. It's got acrylic components. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff to it. Like it is heavily produced, but I just know that it'll pretty much never hit the table, and I have to be honest about that. So if you want human punishment at the beginning, you just need to say, this is definitely not the beginning of human punishment. And then you're entered in to win that one, which is Heavy Boy. So yeah, these are all the games that I am trying to clear out of my studio so that I'm honest with myself. And this is the giveaway for it. I was honestly just going to do a video where I was saying I was going to do a giveaway, but it kind of just turned into me doing the giveaway. So yeah, I guess this is the giveaway. I'll see you guys in the comments. Have a good one. Bye.